I have found a guard build in NBA 2K26 that can do everything. Starting out with finishing, we get contact dunks with a 93 driving dunk, then we can shoot the lights out with a 93 three-pointer, dribble with the fastest and best animations in the game, and lastly, play defense with a 92 perimeter defense. Now in this video, I'll be showing you guys two versions of this build so you can find one that matches your playstyle. So make sure you drop a like and hit that subscribe button for more NBA 2K26 build videos. But with that being said, let me show you guys this demigod build. Alright y'all, it is now time for me to show you guys how to make this build. Now once you enter the myplayer builder, you'll see this screen right here. Just go ahead and tap A or X, and then you'll be greeted by this screen right here where you have to choose the template of your build, which is the create your own template, pro toon builds, or NBA builds. Now obviously you want to go ahead and choose the create your own template because we're going to be creating our own build. Don't choose the pro toon builds or NBA builds. Go ahead and choose the create your own template, and then after that, fill out your first name, last name, handedness. I usually go right, but let me know what you guys go in the comment section, and then jersey number, and then after that, that's pretty much it. After that, all these stuff doesn't matter. It won't affect your build. So after that, you press continue, and then now we're at the screen where you got to choose the custom template of your build, which is the position, height, weight, and wingspan of this build. Now starting off with the first thing of the custom template, which is the position, you could either go point guard, shooting guard, small forward, or power forward. It doesn't really matter at all because all the positions in the game get the height that we're going to go for this build, so you can choose wherever you want. I went point guard because I like to be placed at point guard. You can go shooting guard if you want to. It just depends where you want to be placed, so go ahead and choose what you want to for that. I just went point guard. Now for the height of our build, we're actually going to go 6'5". Now what the reason we're going to go 6'5" is because the 6'5" builds get a lot of stats at 90 plus, and I'm not gonna lie, it's a sleeper build. You guys will see the stats on this build, and I showed them in the intro as well. 6'5" builds get a lot of good 90 plus stats, and they get a lot of good dribble moves as well. So we're gonna go 6'5" for the height, and then for the weight of this build, you can choose whatever you want. Now one thing I want to mention, this is my version of the build, how I'm gonna make it with cap breakers. Either way, the weight should stay the same for both versions, but I went minimum weight on my build because we're a guard build. We don't really need strength or anything like that, and you want to be the fastest as possible, so you can go 175 for the weight, or if you want to go a little higher, you guys can go higher. But for me, I just want 175 because like we're guard build, we're gonna be skinny anyways, we're not gonna need the strength or anything, so I want 175. And then for the wingspan of this build, I actually went a 6'8" wingspan. This is because we want to be able to unlock that 93 three-pointer, and you guys see if we go up a tick onto a 6'9" wingspan, we're not gonna get that 93 three-pointer. So make sure you guys go 6'8" wingspan for my version of the build, but if you don't care about a 93 three-pointer, you guys can go higher if you want to for more defense or whatever. But I went 6'8" wingspan so we can get that 93 three-pointer. And then after that, the custom template of your build is pretty much complete. Position, point guard, height 6'5", weight 175, and a wingspan of 6'8". And then if you guys want to see the body types we get slender, balanced, and then we also get buff. So yeah, after that is pretty much the custom template of the build complete. And now it's actually time to move into the important part about this build, which is the attributes. Now like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be going over my version of the build with cap breakers. I have 5 cap breakers, so I'm going to use my 5 cap breakers and show you guys where I would put them. So if you have 5 cap breakers, this will help you out, or if you have 4 or something like that, it'll still help you out. But if you don't have any cap breakers, I'll show you guys another version as well. But starting off with my version of the build, we're going to start off with our finishing category, and we're going to go to our drive and dunk, and we're going to put this drive and dunk all the way up to a 90 drive and dunk. Now I know what you guys are thinking, a 90 drive and dunk doesn't unlock us any badges, but one thing I will say, we're going to put our 3 cap breakers on this to make it a 93 drive and dunk. As you guys can see, a 93 drive and dunk will unlock us elite and both pro contact dunks. So yeah, when you want to make sure you guys go ahead and go with that 93 drive and dunk, put 3 cap breakers on so you can get that 93 drive and dunk. Now you guys see right here, we're also going to get gold posterizer on this build, but right now we don't have it. That's because I need you guys to come up to your vertical and put your vertical all the way up to an 80, and boom, you guys see right there, once we put our cap breakers on, we'll get gold posterizer on this build with a 93 drive and dunk and an 80 vertical. So that's what I did for my drive and dunk. And as for my close shot and layup, I didn't upgrade this at all. I just let the builder upgrade it. So yeah, I didn't upgrade this at all. I just kept it at a 70. We also get the float game on bronze. 70 close shot, more than enough. You're 6'5", you're not really going to be under the paint too much, and if you are, you're going to be dunking the ball. And then after that, for the finishing category, I went a 40 standing dunk so we can get 1 standing dunk animation, and we're 6'5". We can get standing dunks, and that 40 standing dunk is all you need. You only need one of those animations, so go 40 standing dunk for that standing dunk animation. And then after that, that's pretty much it for the finishing category. Remember, we're going to put 3 cap breakers on our drive and dunk to make it a 93, and then our 40 standing dunk is just going to stay 40. And after that, I didn't touch anything. So yeah, after that, that's pretty much it for the finishing category of this build. Do not touch it at all. Now after the finishing category, we're going to move into our shooting category, and this is a little bit specific, so I'm gonna need you guys to pay attention. We're gonna put cap breakers on here as well, and we're gonna go to our 3-point rating, and we're gonna put this all the way up to a 91 3-point rating. Yes, a 91 3-point rating. Remember earlier I said we want to be able to get that 93 3-point rating. This is because I have 5 cap breakers, so I'm gonna put 2 cap breakers on my 3-pointer to get it up to a 93, and that'll actually unlock us gold deadeye and then gold limitless range. And then the 91 3-pointer obviously unlocks us these gold shooting badges right here, and then the silver. So yeah, make sure you put 2 cap breakers on this build if you're making my exact version on your three-pointer to make it a 93 three-pointer. And then for the mid-range, I didn't touch my mid-range at all. I can fade middies with an 81 mid-range. I can literally hit standstill middies with an 81 mid-range. You can hit mid-ranges with an 81 mid-range. You should be fine. If you want it higher, if you want to go like 89 or something because you midi fade a lot, go ahead and do that. But you got to sacrifice some stats in the other places of this build. And then for the free throw of this build, I just left it at what it's at. If you guys play 5v5 game modes, go ahead and upgrade it. Not too much on that. So if you play it, go ahead and upgrade it. If not, don't upgrade it. Now it's time for the playmaking of this build. Now we're gonna go ahead and get this out the way because we're gonna put their pass accuracy to a 71. I didn't go high pass accuracy on this build. I don't really need too high of a pass accuracy. 71 is okay with me. I'm gonna be playing a lot of park on this build. Or if I play shooting guard and prime, I should be fine with a 71 pass accuracy. I shouldn't have too much of a problem with that. But if you plan on running 5v5 game modes with this build, definitely go higher, at least at 85 minimum. Now we're gonna go down to your ball handling. We're gonna put this all the way up to an 86 ball handling. Yes, an 86. You could drop it down to 85 if you want to, but I want an 86 ball handling because that's where you get the best dribble moves for a 6'5" build. If you want to go higher, you guys can go ahead and do that. I don't need any animations above an 86 ball handle rating. So yeah, I want 86 ball handle rating, and you guys see we get those silver badges right there. And if you actually do playmaking specialization, you can get a max +1 and put your handles for days on gold, or put your unpluckable on gold, whatever you want to. And then for your speed with ball, this is very specific. I actually went to a 86 speed with ball. This is so that we can actually get that gold lightning launch. And then when you have a +2 or you specialize in playmaking, you can actually get this on legend lightning launch on a 6'5" build. They're actually really crazy. Use a max +2 and you get legend lightning launch, and you have all the best dribble moves in the game, so you're going to be fast and all that type of stuff. So yeah, 86 speed with ball, make sure you have that. Do not drop it below to an 85. Keep this at an 86 speed with ball. And then after that, that's pretty much it for the playmaking stats. If you want to increase your pass accuracy, go ahead and do that. Ball handling, I kept mine at 86, and if I specialize in playmaking, I can easily get gold playmaking badges. And then speed with ball, I kept it at 86 so that for that gold lightning launch, and then I'm gonna get legend lightning launch when I use a max +2. Now it's time for my favorite part about this build, which is the defense. And as I said in the intro, this build gets a 92 perimeter defense, so make sure you upgrade your perimeter defense to a 92 so we can get gold defensive badges. As you guys see right now, our agility is not upgraded all the way, so we're not going to get gold defensive badges just yet. But what I actually need you guys to do is actually upgrade your agility and put it up to an 85, and then boom, you guys see we get gold defensive badges right there. And you guys see we get gold challenger, gold on ball menace, gold pick dodger. So yeah, this build has a lot of defense on it. You're going to be playing great defense with a 92 perimeter defense. And then after that, you guys want to come down to your steal. Now the steal is just a little bit low on this build, but you don't get a lot of on ball steals in this game. So we're going to go with 79 steal, and just to give us that silver glove and silver interceptor. Maybe if they buff steals in the future, the 79 steal will be really good. But right now it's decent. It's not crazy. You're going to get some passing lane steals. You might be able to get a couple bump steals. You're not going to get anything too crazy with a 79 steal, but that's how I made this build. I don't really need a lot of high steal because the on ball steals are not good. And then for the block on this build, I actually just maxed my block out to a 67. This is so that we can get good shot contest, because if you guys didn't know, your block is actually tied to your shot contest rating. A 67 block will help you get good shot contest. And then after that, I just put the rest on my interior defense and put my interior defense all the way up to a 70. And then boom, that's actually the build maxed out and complete. You guys see we get really good defense on this build. Obviously we didn't touch the rebounding or anything like that. 27 offensive rebound, 52 defensive rebound. But then yeah, after that, that's pretty much the complete stats on my version of the build. Like I said, we're gonna put 3 cap breakers on our driving dunk to get that 93 driving dunk, and then 2 cap breakers on our 3-pointers to get a 93 3-pointer. And then yeah, this build is pretty much all around. And as for the takeovers, if you guys don't have custom takeover unlocked, we get deep bomber on this. So if you guys don't have custom takeover, but if you have custom takeover, you can pretty much get a lot of good takeovers on this build. You guys see, because we can do everything on this build. But then after the stats on my version of the build, this is actually the shades in the build name. We get shades of Jalen Suggs, Steve Francis, and Shea. And then our build name is a 2-8 3-point slasher. Not a crazy build name. And then on the right side, you guys see our go-to badges, top attributes, strengths, and weaknesses. Now we only have one weakness on this build, which is the lack of passing vision on the court, but you can easily change that if you upgrade your pass accuracy a lot. But yeah, this is my version of the build with 5 cap breakers. This is what I would do if I had 5 cap breakers on this build. But now that I showed you guys my version of the build, let me show you guys another version without the cap breakers. All right, y'all, it is now time for me to show you guys a version of this build without cap breakers. Basically a build like you can use right away and it'll still be good. But the only thing that really changed is the defense on this build. You guys see we don't get that 92 perimeter on this build. We're gonna end up getting 85, which is still really good. I'm not gonna lie, you get silver defensive badges, so it's still gonna be a good viable build. Still stays the same with a 79, block is the same, but the interior is 4 less with a 66. And then as you guys see right here, we also get the 93 driving dunk off the rip with the gold posterizer, and then we also get the 93 3-pointer off the rip, so you guys get all the gold shooting badges. So if you guys don't have cap breakers or don't have a lot, I definitely recommend making this one. If you guys have 1 or 2 cap breakers on this build, you could probably put on your interior to get it higher. You can put on your pass accuracy. And then as for the specialization on this build, I would definitely do the playmaking specialization so you guys can get gold playmaking badges. breakers. So yeah, this is the version of this build that doesn't have any cap breakers that you can use literally right away. And then as for the takeovers on this build, I'm pretty sure you get the same amount of takeovers except the defensive ones. That's just because the defense is just a little lower. But yeah, you guys see we get pretty much the same type of takeovers. 6'5" builds are super overpowered and can do everything all around. And then one thing I will say is you will have some leftover attributes. You guys can just go ahead and put down your free throw and put up to a 70, and then put the rest on your offensive rebound, and then boom, these are actually the finalized stats on this build. We get a 70 free throw now, so I mean it's pretty decent. And then after that, the shades in the build name that we get for the second version of this build, we get shades of Steve Francis, Jalen Suggs, Baron Davis, and then our archetype name is a two-way three-point slasher. Pretty much the same strengths and weaknesses on this build. We lack passing vision on the court, but you can change that if you upgrade your pass accuracy. But yeah, this is it right here. This is the second version of this build I recommend you guys make if you guys don't have a lot of cap breakers to your name or anything like that. You haven't grinded out the cap breakers. But if you guys did enjoy this video or found it out helpful, make sure you guys go and drop a like and hit that subscribe button for me. Well, with that being said, it's been your boy 3Ball, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace.